From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast with Scott Sander.
Welcome to the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast. I'm Scott Sander. On this episode,
the story of Tease Me Café. Kim Ray from Fifth Third Bank talks fraud mitigation. And we visit an oasis in an Indianapolis food desert.
Every business is unique and has a target audience. If you own or manage a business, Circulus Digital Media can help you connect and grow your customer base with turnkey digital solutions that are nimble, offering best-in-class results, service, and support to reach a bigger customer base, allowing you to pinpoint a specific audience down to the smallest details. Get outside the city, the state, span the globe. Put Circulus Digital Media to work for you. Get started now at circulusdigital.com. That's circulusdigital.com.
Let's get started with the story of Tease Me Café. It's known for its premium loose leaf teas and sophisticated atmosphere. Oh, and the star power of its owner, Indiana Fever Hall of Famer Tamika Catchings. Tease Me has also earned honors as October's Certified Vendor of the Month from the Indianapolis Office of Minority and Women Business Development. We talked to Catchings about the transition from the court to the cafe.
This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities. Getting started.
We are at Tease Me Community Cafe. This is our second location. A lot of people know about our first location down at 22nd and Talbot, Tease Me Cafe, Indy. Second location here at Tease Me Community, we opened up in April 2021, and then our third location we opened up January of this year. Well, each one is definitely unique. What I love about this one is my sister and I, we founded our Catch the Stars Foundation, which actually next year will be our 20th year. But this is right smack dab in the middle of a park. So we have basketball courts, you guys know I love it. Basketball, tennis, we have a splash pad, a state-of-the-art playground back here, amphitheater in the back, so there's just a lot of opportunity. We serve kids. One of the big things with Tease Me Community Cafe and with all of our cafes is really being able to hire young people, have their first opportunity right here in their communities they can walk to, and I think this is a great place for us to be. Yeah, we're super excited. I think it means a lot just when I look at our team and our staff and where we've come along the journey. I mean, 2016, 2017, I took over Tease Me, and so in 6 years we've been able to grow into 3 locations. We've had and hired over 100 employees that have served our community, and I think when you just look at the path and the trajectory that we've been on, it's been great. Being Vendor of the Month, especially here, is a nomination from so many great people, including our mayor, Joe Hogsett, and so I was just super excited about the opportunity that we get. Well, I think it's great. I mean, especially looking at being a small business owner and all the ups and downs, obviously with the pandemic, to still be standing says a lot. And, you know, I give a lot of credit to our staff, our team, just being so amazing. And I think with a lot of the other small businesses around town, got to give credit. I mean, especially for those that have been around since pre-pandemic, made it through the pandemic. We've all had to pivot and change a few things to be able to stay standing. And a huge tribute to the city for recognizing and honoring so many great businesses in our city. I just love it. You know, every single day, my faith is a big part. A lot of people, everybody that knows me knows that how important my faith is to me. And I think, you know, when you start looking at the Bible and just the principles, for me, every day I wake up, it's really just about living and doing His will. And so being able to serve others as I would want to be served, being able to do things without expecting anything back. And I think that's been one of the main reasons that I've been able to be successful in this business and our community is I genuinely love seeing people succeed. And if I can have any part, any little piece in helping them get to that next level, that's so important to me. I love being here. You know, it's interesting. I do get an opportunity to travel a lot. And when I get into the airport, obviously state-of-the-art airport, we've won numerous awards, and being able to be a part of that board, that's the first introduction that people see when they come to Indianapolis. They fly in, this is what they get an opportunity to see. Then as they get around, and one of the things I don't think Indianapolis gets enough credit for is we are innovative. You know, you see so many different things going on. You know, I'm working on a lot of different projects, and everything that I'm working on, for the most part, has to do with our young people and being able to provide opportunities, being able to provide spaces, things and areas that they can go to be safe. that's where my passion is. So I think a lot of people, and the thing that I don't necessarily think about surprise, I think the thing that a lot of people don't know, and we got the NBA All-Star game coming next year, so I'm co-chair of that. Really excited about all of my friends, NBA, WNBA, people from all over the world coming to Indy and really getting a chance to see just what a great city this is. Well, a lot. Coming up here in this space, we actually are going to be launching our new bottle tea line. We showcased it around the city a little bit here and there, but we'll be in Kroger and Fresh Time in the next couple of months, so stay tuned for that. That's awesome. And then we're working on a project with the MLK Center to bring a community wellness center to this area, so that's big.
In accounting and bookkeeping, what to do if you find out someone's trying to pull one over on you or your business. We asked Kim Ray from Fifth Third Bank how to remedy such fraud problems, or better yet, prevent them in the first place.
This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities, Accounting and Bookkeeping.
Fraud could be where the fraudsters are trying to basically get money out of your account some way, right? And so, over the years, we've just seen the check fraud is just out the roof. It is really running rampant, as well as electronic fraud. So what that means to you, there could be a financial impact as a small business. So you want to find ways to protect yourself the best you can when it comes to fraud. I would strongly encourage you, I know a lot of CPAs and things like that, they talk about internal controls that you can put in place to manage your business. So definitely would, and when it comes to internal fraud, you do want to look at those processes that you have in place currently to make sure that you have the right controls in place internally. Some different types of fraud that you need to be thinking about. Number one is check fraud. There are so many different ways that the fraudsters can create fraud on your account. Number one, they could take a legitimate check that you've written and remove the payee's name and put their name in there, and then go cash that item. They could, you can buy check stock anywhere, Staples, probably Amazon, wherever, and so they can just as long as they have your account number and the routing number, they can just create checks on your account, and as they come through the bank, then they're obviously perpetrating fraud on your account. When it comes to ACH, very similar to check fraud. If they have your routing number and your account number, they can take that information, pay their cell phone bill, pay their light bill, whatever, just by having your account number and your routing number. Here at Fifth Third, we offer solutions that help mitigate that fraud. Number one is check positive pay. So we do a matching service where you tell us what checks you've issued, and as those checks come into pay, we match them up. And if they're all good, if everything matches, that's great. If it doesn't, we'll let you know of those ones that don't match, and you tell us if you want us to pay those items or not. Same thing with ACH positive pay, that would catch the ACH debits on your account. You would get a report from us daily that says, these are the ACH debits that are trying to clear your account. Let us know if you want to pay them or not. You should always go back to your system, the source system, meaning you have to reconcile your account to find out if something's legitimate or not. And that's how you would compare that and make sure that is a legitimate check, by referencing your own records to identify that. You can leverage your banker for so many things. It doesn't always have to be about banking per se, but they have information that they can share, such as trends in fraud or things like that. So you should have a very good relationship with your banker for sure. As you evaluate your account structure, if there are accounts that you don't, where there's no checks to be written, the bank has a solution called Check Block, where they could just block all checks, meaning you don't have to do anything to manage that solution. You just sign up for it, and as those checks come in to pay, they're automatically blocked. So I always talk to my customers about how do we get rid of these checks, because elimination of checks will help certainly mitigate, the check fraud piece, right? And just the other thing is that you can do is daily reconciling your account. You need to know what's clearing your account, because if you don't have a service like Positive Pay, you would see some of the activity. If it's fraudulent activity, you would be able to identify that immediately, versus going a whole month without identifying that and someone's taken some resources from your account. So I would say those are the two most important things that you could do additionally as a best practice to manage that. I take that very seriously, in the fact that I know that I'm helping someone, with their company goals, their personal goals, and just protecting them and their family. So I just take that very seriously, and always want to educate my customers on anything related to fraud or cybersecurity, anything I know, I also want to pass that on to them so they are well versed in those subjects.
Lifelong best friends, Marcus Williams and Michael McFarland share a special connection to what would become the site of the brand new Indy Fresh Market. They grew up in the community, spent time in their childhood playing on the very ground that is home to their new dream of offering fresh, healthy food and more in an area that badly needs it.
This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities. Success Story.
We've been friends since like 5th grade, 6th grade, gym class, going to school with each other, riding bikes in the neighborhood, Grew up all the way to about 18, 19, Mike went to the military. I started doing electrical work, and we came back around when he came back from the military and just started Wall Street Convenience down the street, so.
We just recognized the need for the basic necessities in our community. I had been in the military and I had seen, different communities around the world that had less amenities than we have, and they were able to provide their communities with grocery stores. So I didn't see why we didn't have one in our neighborhood.
Staying focused, staying determined, and staying positive. Those are the three things that just kept us afloat. Because it's a lot of obstacles and speed bumps along the way, so we had to stay focused the whole ride.
So we got a lot of support from Cook Medical and our consultant, Joe the Grocer. Cook Medical, they helped us strengthen our academic background by teaming with us to create a retail certificate program at Martin University. And then our consultant, Joe the Grocer, he has over 25 years of grocery retail experience that he has lent us his knowledge to help us become successful.
Just the outcome of the community coming together, just showing a lot of support, Facebook, Instagram, all social media. It was just amazing, and I'm really grateful for that.
Probably say my biggest fear was probably loss prevention, to be honest. But we haven't been getting a lot of support from the community. We haven't experienced any of that negativity. So we hope it keeps going, and my worst fears don't come true.
The smiles, the hugs, the laughter, the joy that's coming from this community is just outstanding. We want to keep that rolling from years to come. We're talking to the future Mr. Feed Indies here, so we're going to get this rolling. Every food desert in Indianapolis, we're trying to cover that and combat that. So,
well, with this community, most people, and in other food deserts, most people do their food shopping at gas stations, which is crazy and unfathomable to the normal person, but that's the situation that most people in this community were in before we came and brought this establishment to life.
I think we overemployed, so we just love to keep it coming because a lot of people's mothers are coming in, get the kids jobs and employment. We try to do the best we can to split the hours up, make it fair for everybody. So, yeah, definitely are.
I love the support that we've been getting from the community. Everybody that comes in here loves the store. We had a couple people cry when they, telling us how they felt about the store. So just not wanting to let the community down and, wanting to make my children, my family proud. So that keeps me going and gives me something to wake up to every day.
The personal effect is just keeping this community proud, like Michael said. Our families, they're proud of us every day that we're coming in here. They know we're tired. They're calling us, just checking on us because we're working long hours, sun up to sundown. But I'm determined. We're both determined to make this thing work. So that's what's keeping us floating.
Our thanks again to all the contributors who joined us for this episode of the Business Equity and Opportunities podcast. We hope you found it enlightening, useful, and inspiring. You'll find more information about the show on our website, BEOshow.com. You can watch Business Equity and Opportunities Sunday mornings at 10 on Wish TV or live stream it through wishtv.com. Each week we provide 7 full segments with topics ranging from how to get started and how to access capital to the day-to-day running of your business and questions about accounting and bookkeeping. We feature business news and trends and always share a success story from one of our contributors. Join us next time for more insights into the world of small business. Be sure to sign up for our Business Equity and Opportunities newsletter to get even more valuable, up-to-date information. And if you have any questions or you'd like to be part of our show, please email us. The address is beo@wishtv.com. We'd love to hear from you. I'm Scott Sander. Thanks for listening.
Watch the Business Equity and Opportunity Show on Wish TV and access all of our content and share it on demand anytime at beoshow.com. You can find more podcasts from Wish TV on the All Indiana Podcast Network at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.